is up, my fellow HHN obsessees, and welcome to the HHN Obsession Podcast, where we talk about all things HHN and obsess together over this amazing event. I am your host, JJ. With me, as always, the co-ghost, James.
James, the co-ghost, the co-host, because it's Halloween, I'm a ghost. And happy birthday to the ghost of the day, Reese Witherspoon, who is, I didn't plan it good, but I was going to make a with her knife joke, but I didn't want to scare anyone. No, she's fine. Okay. She's good. Legally blonde.
Well, you said it's Halloween, and I can sort of agree with that. It's Halloween all year long for us, but it is March 22nd, one day after the first big announcement of the year, of the season.
Yeah, it's spring technically, but for us it is Christmas. We're all over the place with holidays, but yeah, the hugest news that you could drop. Yeah, we got it.
So yeah, we are celebrating the season premiere for our show. It's the 5th season for us. Oh. And it's HHN35, a pretty big anniversary year.
Yeah, you better come correct if you're doing an anniversary year. And I think, the beans are spilled. They're cooking.
And oh, are they sweet beans? So sweet. Sweet and savory.
Yeah, beans. Okay.
All right. Anyway, so again, we had some pretty big news drop. So of course we had to jump back on and record our first episode of the season. And I'm feeling a little rusty because we haven't been on for a while, and I do apologize for that. If you've heard our previous episode, there's been some life changes career-wise for me. So that stuff has kind of been getting in the way a little bit, but I'm slowly adjusting and finally able to get back to this, and perfect timing because we had an announcement. This announcement comes pretty early in the season compared to previous years. It's not the earliest announcement that's ever happened, but probably second or third earliest for sure. So it is really cool to get something this soon, this early in the season. But yeah, there was an announcement just a couple weeks ago that there was going to be a panel at MegaCon in Orlando with, the creative team of HHN, including Michael Aiello and Laura Sauls. It was kind of a big deal. People automatically knew that there was going to be something coming. And then they started teasing on Twitter that there was, in fact, going to be a big announcement. And then all the big influencers started to get these letters in the mail. They were kind of circus tickets, we could say. They weren't actual tickets to this panel, but they were kind of faux tickets explaining what was going to happen, or themed to what was going to happen at this year's event and at the panel.
Yeah, a big tease. Nice teasers.
And with that whole circusy theme, people were kind of expecting what was going to be announced, kind of guessing. And even the font was very similar to HHN25, which was also a carnival circus theme and had a certain famous icon that everybody loves. So it was indeed a big speculated thing of what was coming. But yesterday we got our answer. I don't know, James, should we play some of the convention panel announcement?
Yeah, you got it. You got it ready to go. Let's clip it.
That really crafted what that overall was. But then sometimes it's a haunted house that really spawns that overall story.
Yes, and I think for 35, it was the reverse, right?
Yeah.
It's about
icons first. And maybe,
the icons
it's the icons first because, again, anniversary year. We love to bring back icons, right? Those of you who've been with us long enough to know, we like to bring back an icon in an anniversary year.
You kind of teed up my next question there perfectly, Laura. It's an anniversary year. It's a milestone year. Can we expect to see any icons at Halloween Horror Nights?
I mean, do you want to see some icons? All right, MegaCon. This morning.
It's still night for some of us.
It is. 2 a.m.ers, yeah. This morning, we are going to bring to you Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Orlando's 35th year. We will bring the Ringmasters of Fear.
Something tells me this crowd is familiar with Jack and Oddfellow. But, for those unaware, for those who are unfamiliar with the backstory, Charles, could you tell us a little bit about Jack and Oddfellow?
I could talk for 3 hours, so I'm just going to give you a brief.
You got 3 minutes.
You got 3 minutes, okay? For those of you who don't know, there's been a lot of little stories here and there kind of peppered through our event as we've gone on for quite some time. But boiling it all down, we didn't see Oddfellow for some time. It was really, we were introduced to Jack, and then we found out that Jack and Oddfellow, this other character, were at odds with each other. And then we slowly also found out that there was, if you remember the different iterations of Jack, there was the Ringmaster Jack at one point, and he had taken this coat and this cane from Oddfellow, and we still didn't know exactly who Oddfellow was. And in the story, you find out that Oddfellow and Jack had a conflict early on, before Jack was even a clown. And he shoved him and sealed him inside a box. And then later on, he came out of that box, Jack did, and he had stolen the coat. And then as the years went on, we were finally introduced to Oddfellow, and you all saw him. But this conflict has gone back and forth, more in legend than what we have presented.
And this year, bringing them together, this is not a partnership, if you will, right?
It's a relationship of convenience, I think.
Yeah. They aren't buddies, right? They are here because they know if they work together, they can engine more horror and put more fear into the hearts of all of you all.
The big question that was asked after we introduced Oddfellow was who would win in a battle, right? They're like, no, Oddfellow, no, Jack, and they went back and forth, and back and forth. Well, the reality is there is a story where they are the same coin. They're both different sides of that coin as it kind of flips through the air, but it lands on the edge rather than falling one way or the other as they are combined, like you said.
And they're combined in two kind of really amazing words with control and chaos.
That'll come up later. Yeah, so the overall thematic that we've created with these characters for 35 is, again, they are two sides of the same coin. They need each other. They're both different personalities, but when combined, they kind of fill out a single presence. And coming together, we thought it would be really fun, knowing that Oddfellow had his carnival, Jack had his carnival of carnage at certain times. If these two monolithic characters came together, what kind of event would they bring to the table? And the title of that event is the Infernal Carnival of Nightmares. For those maybe trying to write that down in your head, just look at each letter of the words.
I feel like an audience member myself. I pieced that together in real time. That's great.
And we can't go too deep. We want to so much, but we can't. The overall thematic is going to be taking you within the Infernal Carnival of Nightmares, and it's within that new vision between Jack and Oddfellow, where all of our content is going to reside this year. So it is going to not only pay respect and evolve some of the legacy that Halloween Horror Nights has had over its 3.5 decades, but like any good Horror Nights event, we're going to present all new levels of horror that will invade all aspects of our park in a way that makes it the 35th anniversary. There's so much I want to say. I'm so holding back.
All right, we'll stop it there for now. Okay, so
All right.
we got Jack and Oddfellow back for HHN35. This is exactly what I wanted, and I think we should give ourselves a little bit of credit because I specifically remember back at HHN32, I remember
Oh.
recording. It was either our final episode or maybe the season premiere of the following year. At HHN32, the last night of the event, Oddfellow was at his scare zone and he said that he would be back. And I remember talking about that on an episode. I don't know what episode it was, but I remember us talking about, wouldn't it be cool if it was like a Jack and Oddfellow return in the battle? And here we are at HHN35 3 years later, and it's happening.
That was 3 years. Nice.
It's been 3 years since Oddfellow was at the event at 32. So,
Dude. I was thinking it would be too good to be true, I thought that maybe they keep it in their back pocket for like a rainy day or something. This will be the Jack year, anniversary. And then maybe later they'll cash in the Jack versus Oddfellow, but dude, it's here. Like,
no, yeah, it is time. It is the perfect opportunity. HHN35, it's been 10 event years, but it's really been 11 years since 25, and 25 was a big anniversary year for Jack. He was all throughout that event. It was his Carnival of Carnage. So this is almost like a sequel to that for 35.
yeah, I'm gonna make an exception. Like, much to my chagrin, it's all circus carnival, like nasty sticky popcorn style, which it grosses me out. I'm like OCD. I don't like any of that aesthetic. But for that reason, like that's its strength. But
And also this year is the Infernal Carnival of Nightmares.
yeah, and they're making up for the the non-icon year with 2 icons. Thank you. Wait, is that the name of the whole theme like this year?
I
Eternal
think,
Carnival of
yeah, that is the theme of this year's event, as far as I can tell. The Infernal
Okay.
Carnival of Nightmares. So
'Cause I saw
just
that
like
house.
last year, how we were entering, what even was it? The manor, the El Artista. What was it? Oh, the conservatory. Last year was
Right,
we
right.
were entering the conservatory, and that was spreading throughout the whole event. This year, it seems it's all going to be connected to this Infernal Carnival of Nightmares. And there is a rumor that I've seen that there is going to be a lot of clowns involved. And this is
That I'm happy. And I'll clarify. Circuses gross me out. Carnivals, I'm all right. I'll take a carnival.
not exactly a circus, but a carnival.
Yeah.
Carnivals are dirty too, man.
I know. It's like a barely a step up, but I'll take it. Dude, speaking of, I didn't want to say, but looking at this year, the Artista looks like just a crackhead on the street compared to like this glory that we're receiving. Like, he wasn't even an icon. Like, he was just a guy losing his mind. Okay, like, I've seen people yell at nothing. Okay. I'm ready for the icon clown guys, dude. I mean, voodoo and clown, hell yeah.
There is
Maybe not voodoo exactly, but
I don't know if it's true. I've heard some rumblings and speculation that killer clowns could be coming back.
oh yes, they better.
Art maybe could be roaming again.
Dude, where are they going to be hibernating? No, come out.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a year for the clowns, this is it. This is going to be it.
Throw some blood on that Krusty while you still got it. That Krusty the Clown.
But I was super excited for Jack whenever he was announced for 30. But when he was announced, it hadn't. Well, when it was announced, it was the year after COVID. And it was the year with all those precautions and the plexiglass and all that. So because of that, I feel like that event wasn't as great as it was planned.
Fair.
So I feel like this is a good redemption for that because I've always wanted to see an event with Jack. I missed 25 and all the previous years before then. So I think this is finally going to be a perfect Jack year that we're going to get to experience. And a brand new favorite, Oddfellow. Oddfellow was a great year too, and I can't wait to see them battle each other. And it's also a neat thing because Oddfellow was always in the lore ever since 2000, HHN10.
Okay, he wasn't like a retcon.
No, so when Jack was first introduced in 2000 at HHN10, he was part of the lore, but nobody really knew this Oddfellow person. Like he was part of Jack's story. He was mentioned in the story, but there was never
He didn't
visually.
Okay, yeah, you didn't know what he looked like. Okay.
Yeah, you didn't know who he was. You never saw him anywhere. And finally, at 32, he was introduced, and now we're seeing them actually together.
I didn't know he was around since like 2000. Okay, or mentioned.
Yeah, he's been part of the story. It's just, oh, you mean Jack? You didn't know he was there, or just Oddfellow?
No, you had it. Yeah, Oddfellow.
Mm.
Jack's older, I think, right?
Well,
Been around.
as far as being an HHN, he's older, but Oddfellow is the reason Jack is what he is. So that's why there's some beef. Oddfellow killed Jack, and he became what he is because of him.
Kind of Spawn style.
Yeah.
But evil.
Almost like Batman villains, too.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this is a huge deal for me. I don't know about you, but I'm so excited to what this is going to bring. I think it's a great start to the announcement season this year. And we're not done. We are not done. Something else was announced at the panel. We did get our first house announcement.
Yes. And it was what the lady mentioned, but I think she had it backwards.
Yeah.
She said control and chaos, but I think on the house
it's chaos and control.
Yeah. I think that's the order. I think.
Spoilers, James, spoilers.
Oh. How do they a house immediately? They're announcing? That's crazy. It's a big deal, this one. The people behind it and everything. I was hearing a little bit.
Where is that post? Here we go. It is chaos and control, by the way.
I knew it.
All right. Let me go back to the panel.
Mike touched on it earlier. I want to go to Charles, though, to get your input on this. Oddfellow and Jack are not exactly friends, as you mentioned. There might be just a common denominator that brings them together. Could you kind of tease what gets them on the same page?
All right. Again, I could talk 3 hours about this, but I think I have 3 more minutes.
We're doing good.
We're doing good? Okay, we're doing good. What we want to do is tell this story, and it all began with Jack Schmidt. He was a murderer. An evil, conniving murderer that snuck off to a circus, and it was Oddfellow Circus where he hid. You know what? Instead of verbally saying all this stuff, would you all like to just maybe walk through it a little bit? Yeah, let's show. We're going to introduce our first house of the year. Jack and Oddfellow, chaos and control. We are going to walk through the very beginnings through Oddfellow's voice. Okay, Mike, you gotta keep me honest here, because I'm just gonna and talk a lot.
Go for it.
So, when you go through the haunted house, we are going to hear the narration of Oddfellow telling us the story, the origin story of Jack, from his perspective, as Jack goes through this carnival on this killing spree. And of course, a lot of you know that history. It brought the police to that place, and then In desperation, Oddfellow had to seal him inside the box. Let's stop right there because there's a new little twist, something that we've discovered. We all know that Oddfellow can go from place to place, right? He's a time traveler, go to different dimensions. He's taken over many different places. And we kind of coined the term for that, the Oddverse. And he has these different portals that he goes through. Well, the box was one of those portals. And again, I don't think my words are enough. Let's show some artwork that we were working on here that kind of demonstrates the story as we go through. Jack gets sucked into the Oddverse, and Oddfellow goes into this dimensional world that he owns and tortures Jack. But Jack, being full of chaos, the battle begins because the power shifts, and Jack kind of starts to understand the Oddverse and how to manipulate things. And as we go through the haunted house, we'll see this battle ensue back and forth, one taking the power, the next. Let's bring up the next one because this shows when Jack takes over here.
I love this Easter egg too. If you know, in 2000 we had a show called Jacked Up. That's the logo for that show.
A lot of little Easter eggs. In fact, I won't tell you where this takes place because that's giving away too much, but it's a place a lot of you know in our history. And within this Oddverse, anything can happen. Characters can shift and change. Locations can be like an amalgamation of different things as we go through. So Jack takes over, Oddfellow's taken over, it goes back and forth. And one of my favorite things is as Oddfellow's telling the narration, Jack, in the way he does, takes over the narration. He's like, let me tell my story, the way it goes, you know? So they go back and forth. So it's a little bit meta, too, as you go through. It's a lot of fun. Until the very end, when they make that choice, and you, the audience, are walking through these moments of this battle until they come together, chaos and control, and they have decided to take the power and soak it up and become even more powerful as they turn their focus on us, the guests. And that final moment, the final scene, as you will see them taking over the park, taking over this world, and really it is kind of the preface of you going back into the event and seeing how they've affected this entire world.
Nice job.
As you can tell, I'm a little bit of a fan myself. I'm like, and then.
All right, there it is. Our first house announcement, and it is the Icon House, of course, a continuing story for Jack. And we're going to finally get to see how all this went down. All these years, since 2000 probably. I mean, people can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure since 2000, he has been part of the story. And we're finally going to get to actually see in a house what all went down, Jack's backstory, how Oddfellow has to do with his story. And then we're going to get to see a battle between them because, you know, it needs to happen.
Hey, hype aside, analytically, like this is like extremely early. Like, wouldn't it be smarter to save this for like maybe halfway to the thing? What's the strategy here?
Halfway to the thing? What do you mean? Oh, halfway to the event?
Yeah, because like we're early up here in the year.
This is strictly for fans. This is not for like the general public that's gonna.
Right. Okay.
So
True.
I mean,
yeah, the speculation comes with the IPs later.
What I think is they are finally realizing how big the actual fan base for this is. That so much that they decided to do this at MegaCon in a much larger room than what they did at Spooky Empire. Spooky Empire was a pretty small room.
Yeah.
This was a gigantic theater. Like
Yeah,
huge.
and
Like
it's not a
balcony
horror con.
theater.
It's a everything con. This is a general thing. And I noticed like Comic-Con last year was even horror themed.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, they dropped this in the middle of a non-horror kind of centric place. Like that's a big deal.
In Orlando, but the venue for this, I mean, it was at the convention center, but it's at like one of those like Broadway style theaters where it has like the balcony, like huge. So, I mean, it was packed in there, and that really shows what the fan base is. So they wanted to release the overall theme and what is, what's coming for this year to all the fans, and it makes sense.
So who do you think this is trying to get the attention of, like the Universal people, not just the HHN, but because like what non-horror people does it matter that they're like, oh, they're realizing like this is something substantial. I guess it would be
I think
Universal as a whole, but
this
I don't
is
know what
just to
else.
get the fans hyped and just get the word spread. Like this is not this hasn't even started spreading to like news outlets. Like the news outlets haven't been covering this because it's not like just the standard guest that's coming to the event. This is strictly for the fans. This is
Mhm.
fan service. It's an anniversary year. An anniversary year is strictly for fans. I
And
mean, you
and you
remember
know
at
what else?
30, there was a lot of houses that were just callbacks to.
Yeah, for sure. Now this is also like a general head count too, right? Like a hype gauge, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, how are they going to receive this? And it's big, so
And
where they go from here is influenced by that. So
from this reception and how many people showed up to this and all the talk that it's been driving on Twitter and everywhere else, I feel like this could be a good thing because previously they said that icons were dead. They weren't really going to deal with that anymore because it doesn't apply to the
nah.
general public. And I think this is going to show them that it is a big part of the event and it should stay. I think
Yeah, man, icons
Oddfellow.
matter.
I feel like Oddfellow showed them that a little bit, and then this is really going to show.
Ooh. I think Oddfellow is the one that sold me. Like, remember, I've been like kind of like half in, half out. Oddfellow is like such a full year that I
Hmm.
like kind of stepped into the fan base. Like, I try to avoid spoilers as much as possible so that I could see it all at once. But the community is like a mold, dude. It's like growing up my leg. I can't help it. I'm
it's
in
it's
there.
it's like it's like Venom slowly.
Yeah, Venom. Yeah, I got venomed. And I've seen Venom, like, most of the movies at Universal when I'm out there. So that's cool too.
Cool connection.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's super. It's exciting stuff. Let me pull up the actual Twitter announcement with the little blurb they put out. So it is called Jack and Oddfellow's Chaos and Control. Witness Jack the Clown's unholy origins, then enter Dr. Oddfellow's wickedly twisted universe, where two of the most powerful forces in horror face off in a death match of chaos versus control.
Yeah, baby.
The artwork is dope, first of all. Also, they're really proud of these characters for calling them the most powerful forces in horror.
Yeah, do you think that's like all of horror, or they're talking about like in the underworld lore of their own stuff, right?
You have a great point.
Because
I
power
think,
levels, the people like to study superheroes on like Dragon Ball scale of power levels. Maybe
yeah.
there's a horror power scale, like of evil, and they're up there, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it could go both ways from those two examples that you pointed out. I'm not even entirely sure, but I'm all for it. Again, this artwork is dope. I hope this is on some kind of merch. They did release
Uh,
some merch, and the merch is dope, but it's a different artwork. But I love this right here.
I could see that on the back of a leather vest or something.
Also, how long before people are going to start calling this the JackFellow year? JackFellow.
Dude, I kind of said that on one of my posts. Like, y'all heard of JackFellow yet?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe it's not original.
I mean, it's there. It's right there. So like, people are gonna do it.
Yeah, yeah.
And how long before the fan art too, right?
So, what do you think about Jack being sucked into the Oddverse? That's a new term that they've come up with.
Yeah. Well, I knew he was killed, somehow resurrected Spawn style. Uh,
Yes.
I guess that was through that wormhole universe, the Oddverse.
Well,
So, and then I'm picturing it like upside down, how they learn to manipulate electricity. Like he's learning to manipulate the magic around there just by being there.
well, I need to go back and read the lore of Jack, and maybe we can make a whole episode about that.
Yeah.
just going over the lore of Jack. But from this, it feels like this definitely feels like a new thing to kind of bring them together again. I think this is their way of doing that. Is Jack gets sucked into the Oddverse, and they come face to face. So it's
So he was a regular clown, came across the evilest entity and stole his cane and jacket, and then he became magical, and then he got killed for it.
yeah,
I think
Oddfellow
is
shoved
what I'm
him in a
following.
trunk, and they found Jack's body years later, and and then eventually he was resurrected.
Okay.
There's like a whole backstory to it. I'm gonna send you. I think you've seen this already, and it was playing during the panel. But there is the artwork of Jack being sucked into the Oddverse. I can't see. I don't know how this would be in the house if it is in the house, but I hope they find a way to pull it off because it looks freaking cool in the artwork.
You know, the small thumbnail, the colors looked very Adventure Time, and I'm looking at it like close up now, and yeah, he got black holed. He's spaghettified.
Spaghettified.
Yeah, that's the
Nice.
term when you're black hole slurped.
Black hole slurped.
Oh my god! Hey, speaking of, you think they're gonna kiss?
Oh no, I don't believe so. Unless I see them holding hands.
They're all like about to fight, and one of them's like, "Are we gonna kiss?" I'm telling you, the fan art, they're gonna jump on it.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be some fan art.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
else? And there's 2 icons this year. Is this the year of the Bicon? Yeah.
We're back, everybody. We're back. Okay. Okay.
Did you miss us? Oh man. Hey, a little side note. I think it was accidentally strategic to postpone our our finale because we put it out when there was no competition. So that's interesting. I don't know. Maybe that was to our benefit.
Oh, that's true. I mean,
Something. Yeah, I was just
you're
thinking.
saying like nobody else was putting that episode out at the time. We were just
Yeah.
super. That's a good excuse for being super late.
Yeah. No, it was on purpose actually. Yeah.
So anyway, let's get back to this. So Michael Aiello posted a huge Twitter post talking about some backstory and about the house. And I am going to read that. But first, I just want to read a little something that Jordan A. Hill posted about this house. He is one of the creatives.
Shout out.
He has some hype here. It says, not only is this the most technically demanding HHN house I've ever worked on, but one of the most technically demanding projects I've ever worked on, period. We are taking some big swings in here, doing things we've never tried in an HHN house before. This one is going to be special. Take that for what you will. I don't know what that means. I'm hoping there's going to be some crazy special effects that have to do with that artwork we just talked about, him going into the Oddverse. And there's going to be some crazy Oddverse black hole stuff going on in there and some trippy things. And maybe that's what he's talking about. Just like crazy special effects, crazy sets. Who knows?
You know, on that note, and not to butter my own bread or whatever. I don't know what I'm saying, but dang it. The expression made me lose my train of thought. Hold on. Well, oh, yeah, wormholes. Check it out. They're talking about wormholes and universe stuff. Like, I was picturing a wormhole when they're talking about the 2-sided coin or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if it landed flat and we're sharing both sides, like, I was picturing a wormhole situation, like also Stranger Things kind of logic. So it's cool they're talking about wormholes and that kind of stuff, you know? I think I heard wormhole.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Well, he is getting spaghettified, and maybe that's where I'm getting a wormhole because, you know, it's two universes connected through that type of connection. So anyway, that's kind of the gist I'm getting.
So I'll read this first. This was like just a smaller post that Michael Aiello posted first. And then he went on to write this very long other post. So this was the first one. He put, what happened today at MegaCon Orlando? Jack and Oddfellow have joined forces to present the Infernal Carnival of Nightmares. This is no friendship, but a relationship of opportunity. A fear divided is a fear diluted. All of this year's content resides within this infernal carnival of their creation. There you go. All of this year is going to be part of the carnival.
It's interesting. It's a rivalry, but it's a partnership. But it's there. I was going to say quote unquote join because, well, they are rivals. But I was hoping for. I'm wondering if they're going to do like a prisoner's dilemma type situation at some point. Because it is chaos and control, and they're sharing the stage. But there's going to be a struggle. Prisoner's dilemma. Like it's a logic puzzle. Like where they're both choosing to trust each other. But if one betrays, then they both lose the treasure. One of those kind of situations.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, yeah, they're gonna be partnering somehow and for some reason, but it's gonna end badly, and that's where they're gonna battle it out because they're not friends.
Can you imagine if at the end of this, Oddfellow is like dethroned?
I have a
Okay,
feeling
sorry.
this year is going to end, or this story of this event is going to end with Jack's death, and it's going to be the retirement of James Keaton,
Okay.
who plays Jack.
Ooh,
I'm guessing that's what this is because there's
that makes
finally a
more
battle.
sense than Oddfellow getting his career cut short. Like this could be the era of him for a bit.
Yeah,
So,
could this
damn,
be
that's
like the
intense if Jack dies.
last time we see Jack for a while, if ever again,
Till he's recast?
Yeah,
Like, not my Jack.
it's not just James Keaton, but as far as marketing goes, it's always James. And
Yeah, he's the Jim Henson of Jack, I would say. To the Kermit.
and he's been playing him since 2000. So, 26 years of it is a lot. And this definitely could be the way to, kill off Jack again. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. So anyway, back to Michael's post. So their blood-soaked paths were destined to cross, with each needing the other to reach their true potential. Okay. Our prologue to the overall event will be told within our all-new original haunted house, Jack and Oddfellow, Chaos and Control. Okay, so that was the first little post. Now here comes the very long post that he did. So sit back for this one.
Okay.
It all begins with Dr. Oddfellow, a powerful occultist who used a traveling circus as a cover to harness dark supernatural forces tied to the Zodiac. Everything he built was rooted in control, from the performers he manipulated to the rituals he carried out behind the scenes. The carnival wasn't just entertainment, it was a machine designed to channel fear and sacrifice into power. Then there's Jack. Jack started as a killer who turned himself into a clown, using performance as a way to get close to his victims. When he joined Oddfellow's carnival, the two became part of the same system, but for very different reasons. Oddfellow saw the circus as a tool for precision and purpose, while Jack turned it into something unpredictable, using it as a stage for increasingly chaotic and theatrical violence. As Jack's behavior grew more dangerous and drew attention, Oddfellow decided to eliminate the problem. He killed Jack and sealed him inside a box, believing he had contained the chaos for good. But the box didn't just hold Jack, it transformed him, clawing Oddfellow's face just before he was entombed, which is why he has that scar on his face.
And then he got Vecna'd. Jack got Vecna'd somehow in the Oddverse.
Yep.
All right, go on.
Jack became fueled by the dark energy surrounding the carnival and the power of the Cane of Souls. Jack returned as something no longer human. He broke free, killed Oddfellow, and took control of the circus, reshaping it into the Carnival of Carnage, a nightmare fueled by fear, spectacle, and blood. But Oddfellow didn't stay dead. Because of the power he had been building, his essence was pulled into the realm of the Zodiac, where he finally took full control of the forces that had once influenced him. When he returned, he was transformed as well, no longer just a man, but something far more powerful, wielding what had become the Dark Zodiac. Now both of them exist, bound to the same power and the same world. Jack embodies chaos, turning everything into performance and destruction, while Oddfellow represents control, manipulating events and bending reality to his will. They are opposing forces, but they are also connected. Neither of them would exist in this form without the other. That dynamic is where our haunted house begins. Guests step into the story at the moment it all started, inside the box and into the Oddverse, Dr. Oddfellow's domain. It's here they experience Jack's origin as it is being narrated by Oddfellow himself, watching his rise from human killer to something far more dangerous within the carnival. We are going to see Jack in human form, is what this is saying. That's new. And that's going to be really cool.
What's that about? Like a time loop, or is it time travel involved?
I'm assuming because
Or
it says
just like an origin?
it says inside the box. Guests step into the story at the moment it all started, inside the box and into the Oddverse.
Because it could just be, a flashback, but Oddfellow got time on his shoulder or whatever. In his, he can manipulate time.
I mean, maybe the portal into the Oddverse is Jack's box. I don't know.
Hey, and
it says we step into the box and into the Oddverse. So
I'll say you said he was stuffed in the trunk. I was like, trunk of a car. That's kind of lame for the devil of all evil or whatever.
No, like a toy,
like
trunk.
A magic trunk. I got you. Yeah, like, hey, and it's cool. They're like magnetically locked, like oppositionally, like kind of like quantum. What do you call it? Quantum entanglement. There's two whatevers, and they're like locked. Like no matter how far apart they are, one becomes a 1, the other's a 0, vice versa. Pretty cool. It's like they take turns killing each other, but they can't. It's forever. That's cool.
A forever loop of killing each other.
Yeah. And they got tired, I guess, and this is the year they're like, let's not kill each other for a second.
That makes a little bit of sense, actually.
But they'll still kill each other.
Yeah, they'll still kill each other.
Yeah. I was like, dang it.
So anyway, watching his rise from human killer to something far more dangerous within the carnival. But Jack refuses to stay contained, even within his own story. He interrupts the narration, takes control, and what begins as a retelling quickly becomes a confrontation. Whoa. Okay, so we're watching his story begin, and he interrupts this narration.
All right.
And takes control of this origin story and begins retelling it. And then this becomes confrontational. That's what this is saying. That's kind of cool. So this is kind of almost retconning some stuff.
A little bit.
Is what it sounds like it's going to be doing. Okay. So as guests move through the house, they are caught inside a battle between chaos and control as Jack and Oddfellow fight for the dominance over the same space, the same story, and ultimately the same power. As the conflict builds, both come to a realization. Divided, their power is limited. But together, their ability to generate fear becomes something far greater. By the climax, they make a choice that is far more dangerous than continuing to fight. They unite. Okay.
And then they discover that comedy, like laughter, is actually a much more valuable energy source. And they start...
Sir, this is not Disney. This is not Monsters, Inc.
Dang it. I want them stand-up comedy from Jack and Oddfellow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope.
There's still more, don't worry.
Yeah, this is a podcast. We're locked in.
So yeah, they realize that their power is limited when they're divided, and it's stronger when they're not. So that's what gets them to team up. I wonder how we're gonna see that evolve. Is that gonna be told through the house?
Maybe they were throwing lightning at each other, and they noticed two lightnings make a big lightning, and they're like, "Hey."
Now that's getting kind of like Harry Potter with the wands.
Well, I can't imagine. I was actually wondering, like, how do they fight? It's not with fists, right? It's going to be some kind of magic fight or
maybe
spells. I don't know what they would do.
All right, let's see.
They would fight. And also, if they're magnets, maybe they can't even touch each other, right? I don't know.
All right, so there's a little bit more here than Michael has to say. So when they unite, not in peace, but in purpose, their alliance creates something entirely new, an infernal carnival, a living engine of horror powered by fear itself. Every nightmare within it exists to feed that system, drawing energy from every scream and every moment of terror. This isn't just a place that was built. It's something that was summoned, born from ritual, chaos, and control combined. And once you step inside, you're no longer just witnessing the story, you're part of what keeps it alive. Because this rivalry and the uneasy alliance that grows from it is where Halloween Horror Nights 2026 lives for our 35th anniversary. Two of the event's most iconic figures, Jack the Clown and Dr. Oddfellow, finally come together to unleash their infernal carnival of nightmares. Within this decrepit carnival, fear is on full display. Twisted attractions, familiar horrors reborn, and entirely new nightmares of unimaginable scale take over, each one feeding the engine they've created. This is where our legacy lives and evolves, built on everything that has come before while pushing into something unique and dangerous. The Infernal Carnival of Nightmares. So
Is the
much
house
more
alive?
to come.
Was that a hint that it's like Monster House? The house is alive too. It's an entity. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, from the energy they're creating, I feel like, yeah,
Ooh, dude, I
it's
want
all going to
some.
be alive. The
I
carnival's going to
want
be
some
alive.
breathing walls. You know, like inhale, exhale. The walls are like moving.
Well, I don't know if
That'd
you've
be
ever
cool.
been to like, smaller haunts, but usually at smaller haunts, they have like claustrophobic things where you like literally walk through a
Ugh,
ballooned
yeah,
thin
I hate
hallway.
that. I got lost in one of those once. Remember?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I got stuck in a corner.
And I believe that used to be at HHN in the early years. I do not think they'll bring that back. But
No, too many smears and
yeah.
sneezes. Yeah.
But
Imagine a
overall,
bounce house. Like, dude, they could like design a bounce house wall or
one of the
something.
rooms of the house will be just a bounce house floor.
Yeah, dude, that'd be
No,
pretty neat.
it'd be neat, but that would never happen. Imagine the freaking
Maybe not
injuries.
the floor, but it'd be cool to surround yourself in a bounce house. Like, that's pretty cool. Like upside down bounce house, and then you can just walk through it.
I mean, with the carnival aesthetic, I feel like we're gonna get a lot of similar things to stuff like that. So I just hope that it's just overly themed to the carnival throughout this event.
Ugh, yeah,
And
it will.
for anybody listening and for you, James, I really, if you don't know, look up HHN17 or HHN 2007 and look up pictures of the archway back then. It was another
I
year
was
for
seeing
Jack.
people post that. Yeah,
Yeah, it was another year for Jack, and the archway was overly decorated with this carnival, with the Carnival of Carnage.
yeah.
And
They made it huge, like streamers style, kind of.
yeah, with light streamers and the banner streamers, and it just decorated to look like a carnival. And that was the arches, the entrance. And even when you stepped into Universal, into the studios, across the lagoon over by Men in Black, there was an actual Ferris wheel. Not one you can get on, but it was a set. Like it made the whole event look like a carnival. Will they do that again? Probably not, but I just hope they at least decorate the archway better than what they have in the previous years. Because in the previous years, they've just put the medallion and they put the stupid Walking Dead fence gates around the posters.
Yeah.
They've just reused the Walking Dead fences.
This would be the year to switch it up. Or, I mean, switch it back. You know.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, go all out. Why not go big? I'm sure they could dig up those whatever they had. I don't know where that stuff is. Like a lot of it is gone too, right?
Maybe. Who knows? But they just need theme this event, make it very immersive. I really hope they do that because they were all big on immersion last year. So let's go even bigger this year. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I want to be finding lollipops stuck to me, like where I didn't even know. Like, there's a lollipop on my elbow. Ew.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say in your butt.
I mean, I hope not. We'll leave that there. I mean, I won't leave it there if I find one, but yeah.
You know, like the circular thin ones, so it'll just be right down the crack.
Yeah, I was picturing like a flat lollipops.
Yeah, the flat lollipop. Yeah. I don't know if I'm keeping that in, but
Yeah, go for it.
the
Whatever.
lollipop, I mean.
Still.
No, I'm joking.
Okay, let's move on. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I'm the one saying it this time.
Man,
It's a
how the
first.
tables have tabled. Anyway, there's not much else to say except I'm just super excited for what's to come. I'm excited that we're getting these icons back, and there's a whole icon house and a whole theme to it. From what it seems, they've created this huge story with it, and he says there's so much more to come to it. So I'm looking forward to what they have in store this year. And not just that, there is a lot of really cool speculation this year of what's gonna be here.
Oh yeah, already rumors.
And there's been rumors since November, December. We just haven't talked about it.
Cough up a few because they're gonna shift. What's the zeitgeist looking like?
So some spec right now. A big one I'm seeing is Sinners.
Okay,
Could potentially be a house.
that would be smart. Don't want to wait on that.
Hellraiser
Okay,
is another one. We could finally be getting Pinhead at the event. And that would have a lot to do with Terrifier, because for a long time, if Hellraiser does happen, it was because of Terrifier. Because Hellraiser has always been too graphic and dealt with biblical things, and everyone says that they were always scared to do it. Now that Terrifier came,
very BDSM. Hey, what are they called again? The cephalites, or do you remember?
Syllabites,
Xenophytes, something.
Cenobites, something along those lines. I haven't seen the movie in a long time, or the series in a long time. But I mean, that would be an amazing house if that was true. I don't know if it is. Another great one I've been hearing that I really hope is true, Ozzy Osbourne house. Has been talked about a lot.
That would be
and that
sick.
could just be crazy spec. I mean, it would work perfectly because,
rest in peace.
we just lost Ozzy. And man, if that were an actual thing, I would be so happy if they had a tribute Ozzy Osbourne Halloween Horror Nights house.
Absolutely.
And to be fair, Universal or HHN Hollywood had a Black Sabbath house back in like the early 2010s, I believe, and it was just exclusive over there. We never got it, so we need an Ozzy house.
Yeah, it's has precedent, and it's timely. That'd be good.
Yeah. And then, of course, another rumored house is Stranger Things 5.
You gotta do it.
Yeah. I was disappointed in Stranger Things 5. I don't know what happened.
I'll tell you what happened. And it's largely rumored, but I think it's because a lot of the uncredited stuff was to the ex-wife. But anyway,
I have no idea what that is.
The Duffer Brothers, one of them's wife had a big fingerprint on the first few seasons, and she's taking that fingerprint to other shows, and it shows.
Well, I will say Stranger Things 4 was an amazing season, if not my favorite season. It ended on such a cliffhanger that was going to open something up to be a huge finale for the show. And they just completely ignored it.
It reminds me of Incredibles 2 was such a disappointment because the first one was cinema, and then they gave us slop, and that's what season 5 of Stranger Things was, just slop. It was like, dude, I wanted the military involvement. I wanted the crack is open. Everyone's gonna know about Upside Down. They still don't know. I got so many complaints, dude. Ugh.
But if Stranger Things 5 is coming, so be it. At least this will be the last one.
Maybe they'll make AI make the house too.
Oh no. Oh no. No, they won't. I hope not. But
just keep it away from the Duffers and we're good.
Damn. Yeah, but as far as that goes, I think that's the only thing I've seen so far. And like I said, that's just pure spec. We don't have any insider information. So this is
Yeah.
all something that just people are just blabbering about on
Was that about it after Stranger Things?
I believe so, as far as I can remember. There's some original spec as well, but again, it's just
Oh.
spec. I don't know how they would get that info.
And they're like, is that based on like old houses? Like they might return? Because it's
Um,
anniversary year, so they could do some
yeah, there is a
anniversary houses
couple.
too.
Yeah, there's one about or spec about HR Blood and Guts coming back, which we haven't really experienced. That was an older house.
What about
Um,
Dead Man's Pier? Anything?
maybe I might have seen something on that. There's also an interesting one that's not a throwback to anything. An interesting spec that I saw was something about a zoo original.
It
Um,
could be a tie-in with animals, circus. I know there's a carnival, and that's
yeah, that would be good. That would be cool.
something.
Which I all of a sudden remembered something. So back at HHN35, Jack had his own show. It was a stage show, and it was a stage that was set up in front of the horror makeup show. Like it was across from the horror makeup show, right where the entrance is to the Lagoon show now. They set up a stage there, and that's where his show was. They wouldn't put a show there anymore because that's the entrance to the Lagoon, but I really, really hope they bring us a Jack show again because we never got to see that. And I heard it was a fan favorite. Everybody loved that show. It was funny. It was gory. There was some kills in it.
Yeah, and while they're at it, bring some of the Hollywood stuff that we didn't get. I know we touched on some of that. Like this would be a cool time to do a lot of that. Like share the wealth. Stuff that we didn't see, that they didn't see. Put it all together.
Yes, bring us This Is the End House because we never got that.
Yes.
Only Hollywood got that.
This is
It was
the
in
end,
3D too.
The ride. The ride.
This is the end, the ride.
It's a permanent staple. Replace ET with This Is the End.
Oh no.
Oh no. It's evil.
The amount of backlash and chaos that would bring.
They show up at the debut, all the actors, and they just get tomatoed. That'd be awesome. Well, we're replacing ET. That's Seth Rogen.
But anyway, back to the show thing. I really want there to be a show, and I really want it to be in the Fear Factor Stadium because I hope we don't get
use that
Nightmare
space.
Fuel.
Use
I'm
that room.
sorry, people. I'm sorry. We say this every episode, I feel like, but it's time to let Nightmare Fuel go. We'll see what happens. I heard their contract was up after 5 years, so we don't really know if they're going to be back. But I think it's time for us to get a Jack show over there and get something different. We've had plenty of Dan shows.
Any good videos of last year's show? I know they're not supposed to film, but people do, and I didn't see it.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure there is. Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't looked into it. I haven't tried watching it, but yeah, I hope we get a Carnival of Carnage show, or I guess the Infernal Carnival.
Okay.
So a couple more rumors I just remembered. There is a insane one that I hope is not true. There is talks of, God forbid, Fortnightmares.
What? What did you say? What did you just say?
I said Fortnightmares.
What?
Coming as a scare zone.
What does that mean? They already got some of the horror icons in Fortnite, right?
Yes.
Are they gonna have like, what's a Fortnite house? Or, I mean, a zone, whatever.
I mean, apparently Fortnightmares is a thing already because there's artwork for it.
Okay, that kind of hurt to hear.
So if that is true, if we were worried about the amount of children and teens coming to the event for Five Nights at Freddy's and Stranger Things, this is a whole nother level.
Yeah, this is in the vein of Freddy, I guess. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, do your worst, guys, whatever. And this would be the worst.
And then this was like an earlier rumor back in November and December because this was something in Hollywood last year. There was a rumor that the show from Hollywood was coming to Orlando this year, and it was the Chucky talk show that happened last year or a couple years ago. I don't remember when it was, but Hollywood had a Chucky talk show insult emporium show where Chucky was literally Jimmy Fallon. He had a suit on behind a desk, and he was just insulting the crowd the whole time.
Cool. Oh, that's amazing. Just roasting people. Yes.
So in the vein of that scare zone thing, but as a short show, which I feel like they could throw that into the horror makeup show, or they could throw that into even the Bourne theater, like just or animal actors. Like there's so many options. Just it's literally a desk with an animatronic, and just go for it. I mean, it's super simple. Like I wouldn't mind it. I just want more shows at the event like there used to be. So bring it
Yeah.
on. If it's true, bring it on.
I like options. I like people eaters, crowd
Yeah.
shrinkers. Yes.
Yeah.
All the reasons, snacks, you sit down, rest your feet.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think we've pretty much discussed everything we possibly can at the moment. It's been wild to be back and talking about this.
Yeah.
We're back in full swing. HHN35 is going to be here before we know it, and we're going to be going through some announcements pretty soon from here on. So I totally forgot. There is a small little rumor that people were discussing after this announcement happened that we're going to get original week this coming week, because that's what happened before. I don't believe
what's
that's going
that?
to happen. Original week where they announce all the originals one every day.
Oh, dude, that's like really early for that. I don't think so too.
I don't think so either. I think they're going to wait till Spooky Empire. They will announce something at Spooky Empire and then do the week after that.
Yeah,
We'll see.
Yeah.
So that's May,
Hey,
by the way. That'll be in May.
Okay. All right. And I forgot a very important ghost of the day. I mean, my new niece is Sophie. Happy life, So
Hey.
I wanted to call that out.
But yeah, man, in closing, is there anything else that you want to say about what was announced today with the whole Jack and Oddfellow stuff? Anything that you're excited for, or what you're hoping to see? Anything?
Dude,
Thoughts?
I'm gonna hurt myself by throwing this out there, but I demand no circus peanut menu items at all, 0, because I hate that I'm doing this, but I'm probably I'm cursing myself, and it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah,
Circus peanut.
more than likely. I mean, I think it was at 30 HHN 30 when Jack was there. There was the circus peanut alcoholic drink, and it was so bad they took it away after a couple weeks or a week or whatever it was.
Dude, I'm excited for food rumors and stuff. That's what I'm excited about.
Imagine
That's my whole thing.
A freaking carnival of foods, all the carnival food that they're gonna have.
Oh, dude, and then blend it and make that a milkshake.
Oh,
you got popcorn, hot dog. I don't know.
You thought the carnival
candy.
dog was bad.
Ew, cotton candy. Ugh. Yeah, they're gonna be.
Remember the freaking bubblegum mustard on the hot dog? Can you imagine what they're gonna do this year with the carnival stuff?
I know, that was just one they got away with. Now it's the whole thing. I'm fearful for my life. I'm scared. I don't like it.
Oh,
the food's
so get ready.
Scarier than everything else.
It might be, man. Now that you mentioned the food, now I'm thinking about what the possibilities could be. Oh man. Hey, I've never had a funnel cake at HHN. Bring on some funnel cakes.
Yeah, there you go. Get creative.
But
Hey,
anything Jack and Oddfellow related before we go?
I just want to see how they fight. Like, what does fighting look like for these undead whatever dudes look like? Like, is it martial arts? Is it Doctor Strange? Is it Harry Potter? I don't know. And I'm on Oddfellow's side. I'm loyal to Oddfellow.
Oh, you heard it here, folks. Oh my goodness.
I guess that's a big one, right? That's a big stance.
Oh, there was a whole lot of people already saying that they're not going to choose a side. They love them both, and there's people asking, what side are you on? And people going after each other, man. Oh, and you just put it out there that you're Oddfellow, you're Team Oddfellow.
Yeah, full force.
I don't know what I am. I love
there's
them both.
A lot of I know there's so many loyalists to Jack and the lore and everything, the event, and he's a big deal. But
I'm not going to say who I'm for yet. I like them both. I'm going to see how it plays out. So
yeah, you're on the winning team. Yourself.
I don't know if I'm going to go immediately to the winning team. I'm going to go for what I think is right. once I see it. So
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like for my safety, I'm gonna go with the
no,
winner.
no, not at all, not at all.
I still like to treat it as if this were real and they like breach reality and they come to the actual event, you know, and they kill the actors that are playing them. They're like, hey, I'm the real one.
Oh, meta, huh?
Yeah, but it's real life or something. I don't know. Just actual executions. Ugh.
And then real quick before we go, there was some merch that dropped, and it had Jack and Oddfellow, of course, front and center, and it's half their face. It's like half and half, and they're combined as one.
Yeah, it's nice.
It has the year 2026 on the bottom, but somebody did point out that I love hidden within the frame of their faces is 35. So that it is in there.
Awesome. And also, that year is in rainbow colors. I'm just pointing that out.
I
Just
saw
pointing it
that.
out.
And here's another thing. So
It's a heated rivalry.
the actual poster that they put for sale was limited to 500, and it was hand signed by Chris Gardner, the artist, and hand
Right on.
numbered. Every
That's
50,
art. That's a limited series.
every 50, he made all the numbers and his writing colorful, like different colors. So
Oh, yeah?
people
Like
were,
rainbow?
yeah, people were scrambling to get the ones that were every 50. Because those are the rarest ones, and apparently the number 35 went quick; it was gone instantly as well.
Smart.
I mean, people were fighting for those things; they were going ape shit for them. Excuse my language,
Dude, that would have been something. The frenzy.
but
Hey,
I
I'm
got
telling
number
you,
166. I'm fine with
Nice.
that. So it's a great poster. I was able to snag one, and
Execute order 166.
they're also on a really nice tumbler cup. It's actually pretty sick.
You got that?
Yeah, the T-shirt is sick. It's all the same artwork, but it looks great on a T-shirt, and there's also a little magnet. So I picked up everything except the magnet. I'll probably get the magnet later.
Hey, y'all send me fan art. If artists out there, I'm calling you out. I want it funneled straight to me so I don't have to search.
Yes,
I'm going to be lazy about it. I want to see the JackFellow fan art because I know y'all move quick and I want to see it.
absolutely.
So
and let us
that's
know.
my call to action.
Let us know your overall thoughts on Jack and Oddfellow coming back. What you think? What you're excited for? It's going to be an interesting year. It's going to be a great year, and we're looking forward to it. Also, if like we said, we released our season finale very, very late. So it is our HHN34 rankings. If you haven't heard that episode, go back and listen to it. It was just released like less than a month ago. So
I enjoyed it a lot. I liked it so much.
Yes. So please go back and listen to that episode if you haven't already. And we hope to be bringing you some. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, as a listener, I enjoyed it. Like I know I'm on the thing, but it's a different experience listening, and I got thumbs up for it.
Nice. Yeah, especially like when you haven't heard it for a while. It's been a while, and you go back and listen. It's fun. But anyway, we look forward to putting out some more episodes pretty soon. There was 2 episodes that never got put out last year, which were campfire debate episodes. I'm almost done finishing up those. I just never got around to them. So I will be releasing those. So when they're released, just know they were recorded a year ago. If I don't put an intro saying that they were recorded a year ago, just know they were. And I'm really hoping we can get another HHN DeLorean episode in pretty soon. That just comes with a lot of research. I'm interested in making another one. It just takes a lot of research to do that. So I know I already have some written down. So I'm hoping I can get to that at some point. At this rate, we'll do one a year and just have infinite amount of them to do.
That's not a bad idea, actually. at the rate, like the excuse is built in. Like,
I guess
it'll be a special annual special.
I wish we can do more than just one a year. I mean, we could try, but I don't know if it's going to happen. But
I mean, if you want, but it's a cool annual thing too.
Yeah. So yeah, just be on the lookout for those. Be on the lookout for more updates. We'll put out more episodes as updates come in, as announcements come in, and yeah, just stick with us. And thank you for listening and being a part of our 5-year journey. I can't believe it's been 5 years already. So yeah.
Yeah. So and check this out. Don't you forget about me. Right? Don't. Fog.
On that note, please give us a follow on Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Threads at HHN Obsession. And please give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, as well as leave us a comment in the Spotify comments, because you can do that now. It's a newer thing. So please do that for us. Much appreciated. Once again, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time. Yeah,
wait a while,
forget about it. Right?
Wait a while, give me the hip at your face now. Wait a while.
Hey everyone, just wanted to give a quick shout out to my good friend Zach Weber, who provided our intro and outro song, Heebie Jeebies. You can listen to the full version of Heebie Jeebies on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, or anywhere where you listen to your favorite music. Thanks for listening.